How to maintain the best possible condition when life gets tough. Today we were talking with a client about this situation. So life was getting tougher basically, and she asked us, what can I do in order to maintain in the best possible solution, basically my situation, my condition, everything that we've done until now. Well, in this video we will talk about it. So first of all, if you don't know me, nice to meet you. I'm Daniel, the Italian coach, and well, I take care about the physical, mental health, and well, all the aspects that makes a good life. So this topic is very important for me. And today, our client was basically asking for this situation because work was getting very stressful, and she was a bit anxious about what to do next, because when you put lots of effort in something that is important for you, that could be a fitness journey or whatsoever, well, you don't want to lose your gains basically, and in general you want to maintain a positive and, let's say, good life in all the areas. So we gave to her like all the basic suggestion, plus when we normally finish with our clients, what we want to give them is basically a good, let's say, rule, a good like workbook, a good, I don't know, manual basically of the good things in order to keep all the gains and a good life. And well, even though, well, for her is not this the situation, because she will have like good improvements forward yet, like she will do like a lot more. But the point is, she's in a period of time where basically work is too stressful, so she just wanted a moment to maintain, to release this stress. Well, this is a very common situation. And well, all the indication that we give to our clients when they end the relationship with us, and when they are satisfied, are basically the same, because when you finish, you want to maintain a good momentum as well. Yeah. So I thought these things can be useful even for other people. So here we are. Well, what to say? When you have like a stressful life, you need to consider some things. So first of all, when you are stressed, the cortisol hormone, that is the hormone of the stress basically, is rising, and this has different consequences, physically, mentally, etc. Well, we understand that these consequences can be in, let's say, in the nutritional part, but even the training part, and even the mental part, other parts. So let's break it down step by step. Nutritional side, what to say? Whenever you get stressed, it's very common to go towards food. Everyone knows that. In some cases, some people just avoid food. So what we say to her is like, well, whenever you like don't want to take care about nutrition, etc., you don't want to track anymore for a while, that's fine, because we teach our clients when basically they are like on the maintenance point. So when they reach their goals, we want them to maintain these points without staying with MyFitnessPal or other calories trackers basically. But this is the final part. Well, in the meantime, when you are too stressed, works the same. I know that in this case, in those cases, you don't want to track. It's totally normal. Like you're stressed, you can't take care of this, yeah. So that's the point. So we told her, well, don't track, of course. Just do one thing. Periodically check the body weight. Is the body weight going down? Well, this can be like a warning signal, because even going down the weight is not a good thing, because you're stressed, you have less energy already, and your weight is going down. It's not the best situation, because this will increase the stress factors to your body. So be careful in this situation, and in case, just eat a little bit more. Even something that you enjoy, for example. Other situation, much more common, well, is when the weight is going up. What happens in this situation? Well, when the weight goes up, what to do? Well, you know that if the weight is going up, two reasons. You're eating too much, you're moving too little. Or both, yeah. So we need to consider this. Is the weight going up because you're eating more? Well, in this case, just be more mindful. I don't want to say track, etc. Absolutely not. But you know that perhaps you're eating more, or maybe you don't move enough, so try to move a bit more. But normally, if the weight goes up very quickly, it's difficult to compensate with the physical activity. Quite often, like 90% of the cases, is due to more food than the needs, basically, the body needs, yeah. So just be careful. You know that the weight is going up, no problem at all, but just don't exaggerate. Even because when the period of stress ends normally and you come back on track, let's say, well, you want to come back stronger than before, but can be very discouraging if you have to lose much more weight, etc. Because let's say you need to lose 3, 5 kgs, even 10 kgs, that's fine. But when I have clients that need to lose 20, 30, even 50 kgs, and that's even common, even though it doesn't look like it's very common, well, what to do? In this case can be very discouraging. So, well, just try to remember that you need to take care of yourself in the future and, well, in the present as well. So try to I don't want to say don't exaggerate, because I know it's not easy, but just be mindful about this, because later on will be harder to come back on track and working out and do the stuff. So yeah, think about yourself. This is the important thing. Take care of yourself, literally. Best case scenario, the third one, the weight is stable. You're stressed. You are overwhelmed about life. That's normal. That's the reality of lots of people. That's fine. No worries. The weight is normal, like is stable. So you have like a huge advantage. So what to do in these cases? Well, basic stuff. Take care of the protein amount, not just because you want to maintain the muscle, etc., because the protein basically have a very important role in all the areas of our body. It's even like part of the immune system. Actually, is the immune system itself like a protein component? So yeah, everything is based on protein in our body. I know that so many people are against protein, blah blah blah. Science talks very clearly about it. The protein are a very important component, so take care of your protein intake. You don't need to eat too much, absolutely not. But let's say 1 gram for kilogram of body weight. This should be like the good indication. Well, if you're working out, you can go 1.5, 2 kg, 2 grams, 4 kgs of body weight. Libers, remember the conversion, but pounds, libers. But this is the point. So take care of the protein intake. Just take the minimum amount. Don't go below, because on the long term, this will affect your general condition. Well, in terms of calories, stable. Protein is the main macronutrient you need to take care of. Well, even fibers, you need to be careful. What to be careful then? Vitamins and minerals. Well, those ones are self-explanatory. I don't need to add much more, to be honest. But let's say in order to cover vitamins, mineral, and fiber amount, well, will be very easy to take a bit more veggies and fruits. Well, easier said than done. I know. When you are stressed, you don't want fruit. You don't want veggies, especially. I know. I know. But what we can do, if we really don't want to take the fruit and vegetables, let's say, okay, if you can, first of all, take even the packaged one. Doesn't matter. The packaged one are better than nothing. And well, the frozen one, you can put in any microwave around the world. They are amazing. Even better, because you perhaps don't know, but the frozen one can even have more vitamins, more mineral than the fresh one. So don't be afraid of the frozen one, but even the packaged one in the can, take them. No worries at all. Even grab a snack like the in the fridge section. Take like a snack with fruit and vegetable. That's totally fine if you can. Let's say you don't want. Okay, what to do in this case is, in order to maintain your health, well, in this case, what to do? Multivitamin, that's fine. But because we don't know what to take, and because all the foods in a certain amount contain vitamins, well, just be careful, don't exaggerate, because if you take lots of specific food, you can be like very unbalanced in terms of macronutrients. Well, a multivitamin every other day will be, in my opinion, a good option if you don't take at all any fruit and vegetables. So let's say you don't eat any fruit and veggies. Well, at that point, yeah, one multivitamin every other day should be a good idea. Of course, be careful because whatever you eat has a specific amount of vitamins. Even pasta that looks plain, it has vitamins, you know. And let's say you are Italian, you take, I don't know, lots of pasta with tomatoes. Well, there are specific vitamins over there. For example, pasta is a good component of vitamin B, and that's fine because you know is soluble, but yeah, so that's not a big deal. But I won't go deeper on that one. The point is that every food you take contains in a certain amount some vitamins, so be careful with the multivitamin because you can exaggerate in some components, so just be mindful about this. So one multivitamin every other day should be good. If you can, of course, take fruit and vegetables instead. Well, fiber component, that one is more difficult because you know feeling like constipated is not a nice sensation. If you ever tried it, you know that it's like very uncomfortable. You go around with a kind of weight that is uncomfortable. You go to the toilet, you don't feel that relief. It's not good. So I understand. What to do in these cases? Well, pretty simple. I know that doesn't look like. First of all, this video is not sponsored at all, so what I'm suggesting is not for any specific reason. But you know, around the world there are all those powders like UL or Bulk, for example, that have not only the protein bottles, protein powders, etc. They have even specific like food replacement, literally, that contain even the fibers. Be careful over there. Quite often they contain multivitamin and well, vitamins and minerals. So yeah. But those ones contain even fibers, and they can be very good because you will feel much better. Plus, if you take, you know, some cereals, especially whole grain, etc., would be even better. But yeah, let's say you don't take any cereal, any stuff, you don't take any veggies, any fruit, go for it. Like, go for those powders would be very good. Okay, you don't want to go for those powders, there are even the bottle, like food replacement, that nowadays are all around the world, I guess, because even in the past they were diffused in a certain way, but more specific for an hospitalized population, let's say. Nowadays you can find them everywhere, so this would be a good idea, especially if you feel very uncomfortable because you're constipated. And well, pretty much you are covered about every area. Well, talking about carbs and fat, that is the last part we didn't cover. What to do? Well, just do what you prefer. To be honest, if the weight is stable and the protein amount is okay, doesn't matter which you prefer, if carbs or fat. Just don't exaggerate with sugars, for example. Just don't exaggerate with saturated fat, for example. But well, these are secondary. Tendentially, if the weight is stable, means that the caloric amount is okay. And this is probably the most important thing, to be honest. But well, that said, let's do a summary of this nutritional part. So, let's say you are stressed. Let's say you don't want to track, you don't want to lose, etc. What to check? Periodically, once a week, once a month, but periodically, just check the body weight. Is it going down? Well, just eat a bit more. Is it going up? Well, just eat a bit less tendentially, or move a bit more. If it's stable, perfect. That's perfect. This is the most important part. Let's say it's stable. What to do? Take care of the protein amount, at least the minimum amount, 1 gram for kilograms of body weight. Or remember, 1 gram every 2.2 grams of pounds, pounds of body weight. And well, what to say? You take care about the caloric amount, the protein amount, take care about vitamins and minerals. Just take some fruit and vegetable. You don't want it? Okay, multivitamin, for example, every other day could be good. And you don't want that? Okay, there are the powders Some example, Uel or Bulk, for example, they are good. You don't want them, well, there are other bottles that are food replacement tendentially that are all around the world. And nutritional wise, you would be covered. Okay, what else? Let's say that you want to take care even of the physical part, like being active. Well, you can just focus on the 10,000 steps. I know there are like no very specific scientific reviews about that, because I know it's like a random number, but this is a number that is a very good amount, because basically makes you understand that you will be active during the day. This is the point. It's just to make you active during the day. So 10,000 steps would be ideal. That's perfect. And this will help you a lot on the cardiovascular side. Let's say you can't do 10,000 steps, even 8,000 is a good amount, just to be like more active than totally sedentary. Let's say you can't or you don't want to do 8,000. Okay, can you keep the minimum 5,000 steps a day? Like just to not be seated the whole day. This is the point, because on the long term, this will affect you. Yeah. Let's say you can instead do the 10,000 steps. Well, just if you can, add one small session, 2 sessions a week of, I don't know, yoga, swimming, like the side stuff, let's say, just to be like more active and to work for your cardiovascular system even more, and some muscle, of course, as well. So this is the point, trying to do what you can, like in your best possible situation. Yeah, so this is what we want to do. And well, of course, the weight training or anyway stimulating the muscle is very important, but at least try to do these things. Take care of the nutrition and a bit of physical activity. Third pillar, very important, sleep. We are all basically with less sleep than the correct amount that we're supposed to do. So I don't know, I know why, but quite often we just need to sleep more. Simple as that. When you are tired, when you are drained from life, quite often is the sleep. So take care of the sleep. 7 hours at least, if you can. Try to go regular to sleep. That's it. What else? Well, physical health done, let's say. Mental health. Simple, very simple stuff. So, well, would be very silly to not talk about journaling, because journaling will make your day clearer, like you know what you have done, your thoughts re-elaborated. So this is a very good point. So you close the open loops in a certain way, or re-elaborate them during the sleep, and well, you feel lighter because you put on paper your thoughts, so much lighter. Well, then you can practice the gratitude, and not only that, don't forget the power of nature. Let's say you want to walk, go in the nature, visit a park, this kind of stuff. This will be very good for your mental health. And what else? Well, when you are stressed, you don't try to compensate just with food, but even with other stuff that are kind of relief. And well, I'm talking because it's the same effect of food, even alcohol, drugs, or even the scrolling, like social media. Is pretty much the same. It's like gambling on a device. You scroll to receive that dopamine hit. So yeah, this will be like a good way to not take care of yourself. So in order to to take care of yourself, just be mindful on the way that you try to compensate, because everyone is different, and even scrolling can be like a bit negative in this case, because you're not relaxing, you're just stressing more, but you don't know that, of course. So what you can do instead, well, let's say you want to see something to chill down, look a movie, a comedy movie, because don't forget to laugh, to take care of your situation, laugh, and especially if you can with good company, that one will be a very good stress relief. So a comedy movie in order to laugh, because it's very important, and the social aspect, especially if it's good company, this will make you relieve a lot, I promise. That said, guys, take care of yourself. If you may need more indication about this, follow my channel or feel free even to contact me. I will be very happy to support you and to help you. Take care of yourself.